Welcome back to Crossroads in our day tripping segment. And Stephanie, for this one, they got us out of the studio and we're on the beach.
Well, yes, we are at the Indiana Dunes State Park, and it is a really cool day out here. It's a little foggy.
I was going to say, normally this place is supposed to be packed with tourists because there's sunshine and there's weather, great weather, and a little different today, a little cold.
Well, yeah, here on a clear, warmer day, you can see the Chicago skyline. We can't see it today, but there's still a lot of people out here.
Yeah, they're hardy souls out there enjoying the water. And there's so many things to do at the Indiana Dunes State Park, no matter what the weather. We've got a lot of activities to show you. The words beach and Indiana don't seem to belong together, and yet the Indiana Dunes National Lakeshore's 15,000-acre preserve along Lake Michigan make it one of the most popular destinations in the state. It's located just 2.5 hours northwest of Grant County, where a small part of Indiana's border touches Lake Michigan. When driving into the park, you're greeted with stark contrast of ancient oak forest, wooded wetlands, and sand dunes towering above the trees. The park has so much to offer with its campground, swimming beach, nature center, and 16 miles of hiking trails. This variety of activities and unique landscapes make Indiana Dunes a popular attraction every summer. Brant Baughman is the property manager here at Indiana Dunes State Park. We're in the Nature Center. This is one of the many highlights. What do we see here if a guest comes to visit?
Well, actually, what you see today is probably going to be different than what you would see if you come a year from now. So we encourage people to come out today to see our current exhibits. But then sometime over the course of the fall, we're going to be starting a new exhibit display changeover. We're going to change all of these. They've been the same since about 1990. So we're excited. But as of right now, you'll find a bird room here. We have a very in-depth library about all things Lake Michigan, all things dunes, all things Great Lakes. We have a few live animals here, and we have just hands-on displays for people of all ages.
So as with most of the state parks in Indiana, it's fun as well as educational.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Now in the park, you manage a big property here, and it's part of the Indiana Dunes National Lakeshore. What does the state park have that's perhaps different than the rest of the lakeshore?
Well, it's very interesting. We are within the National Lakeshore's authorized boundaries, but we are two separate entities. The biggest difference between us and them is we are we're contiguous. We're 2,182 acre block, and what you come into the state park in one location. Once you get here, we have daily interpretive programs. We have a modern campground. We have a very busy beach. We have the dunes. So there are a lot of similarities between us and the National Lakeshore, and there are several differences between us and the National Lakeshore.
But everything's really contained here. If you wanted to really get the essence of the lakeshore in one place and do all those things you're talking about, I think this would be a good place to go.
This would be a good place to do it. This would be a good place to do it.
So just real quickly, the activities, you mentioned the campground, you mentioned the nature center, the beach we've got to mention.
Oh yeah.
And other recreational types of things?
We have about 800,000 visitors a year here, and most of those visitors do end up on the beach at some point. Now we are busier than most people would imagine in the winter. We still have strong hiking and cross-country skiing contingent, but most people end up on the beach. Our campground was renovated in 2005 and is a beautiful facility. Everything's all of the amenities are new there. The comfort stations, each campsite was completely renovated in 2005, and we're actually one of the busiest, if not the busiest, per capita campground in the state.
So I would imagine even if you can't camp overnight, for just a summer trip, come up early in the morning. You've got a full day here, picnicking, beaching. It's all here.
Absolutely, you can make it in a nice little day trip. It's about 2.5 hours from Indianapolis each way. So leave in the morning, you can get back by dark.
All right, Brant Baughman, property manager at Indiana Dunes State Park.
The park is mainly known for the beautiful Lake Michigan beaches, but there's more to Indiana Dunes than sand and sunbathing. The area features a wide variety of habitats with some of the most diverse flora and fauna in the Midwest. The area is also known for bird watching, and a walk down one of the many trails offers guests a unique nature experience. I'm here with David Garner and Katie Kindig, interpretive naturalists here at the Indiana Dunes State Park. Can you guys kind of tell me a little bit about what this trail is that we're on?
This trail connects, this would be our Nature Center trail, and it actually connects to Trail 10, 8, and 9. If you go down Trail 8, you can actually get to our three mountains, Mount Jackson, Mount Holden, and Mount Tom. If you go down Trail 10, you can actually get to our beaver lodge along with our bird observation area. Trail 9 goes right along the beach areas to our few main blowouts that we have.
Okay, so lots of stuff to get from here to there. Katie, can you tell me a little bit of what kind of birds that we would be seeing here?
We've got quite a variety of birds. We have a lot of woodpeckers like pileatids and hares and that kind of thing. People really like to see those. We've also got a lot of different kinds of warblers. It's just a great area to come look for birds. Over 350 species have been found here.
Wow.
So it's a really great birding spot for Indiana.
Now, are there any other kinds of animals that we can expect to see walking the trails?
Yes, we have actually seen our red fox. He ventures out to our observation area outside of our nature center. Along with, we have some beaver activity. We actually have a beaver lodge out along Trail 10. And just a variety of animals. It's hard to say exactly what you're going to see when you get out
Now,
there.
what kind of, I know that this is a great observation place. Is there a place where they can stop and look at more birds, look at animals?
If you go down to our beach area, we actually have a process. We had the old green tower along Trail 3, and we're actually in the process of building a new bird tower, and that will be going up hopefully in the next 2 years or so. And we're just looking for the funding. And a lot of our birders go out there during the morning time and even in the evening time and see a lot of great birds out there.
And see a lot of birds. So a lot of animals, a lot of birds. Lots of varieties to see out here. Are there any certain kinds of trees or plants that you can expect to find through the trails?
Yeah, if we actually look at both the National Lakeshore and the Indiana Dune State Park, you can find about 14,000 birds, species of animals and plants. So quite a variety of plants and animals. You'll see a vast variety of trees along with plants.
Very cool. Lots to see out here on the trails. Thanks, guys, for taking me out here.
You're welcome.
Indiana Dunes is a great family destination with plenty of activities for everyone. And whatever your plans, the dunes are all about fun. Okay, Stephanie, to wrap things up on our visit at the Indiana Dunes, you got to do a dune run.
I'm really nervous about this. It was a long trek up. Not sure how this is going to go.
You run all the way up, you got to run back down. So we'll see you next time on Day Trippin', and here we go.